That haunts me. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, man.
He just wanted to die with his family, and I fucking went out for a cigarette.
God damn it.
Hi, I'm Jason.
I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
This week we're covering Delivering Milo, starring Campbell, Scott, Bridget, Fonda, Gary Farmer. What's the name of that fucking old guy? Super Irish name.
Dude from Big Fish and Bourne movies. Wait.
Is he in the Bourne movies?
Yeah, he trains Jason Bourne.
Albert Finney.
He's like a Rodney Dangerfield.
He's got the chops.
Mm-hmm.
There's some real flaws.
I mean, the whole... Yeah. See, now, the whole time I'm watching this, and immediately as it starts, I'm like, oh, this is just a Christian movie.
Yeah.
And you didn't get that.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's directly pro-life, but it's dancing around it.
It's weird, because it almost feels like they got a guy to direct this. And the guy who directed, I mean, I was looking at like some of his other shit.
Yeah, who is it? Either the writer or the director. One of them like did stuff in the 80s that was somewhat popular.
The writer, I believe.
The director wrote The Boy Who Could Fly.
Yeah, Nick Castle.
August Rush.
Yeah, he's done
Escape from New York. He wrote Escape from New York.
And L.A. Well, no, he got credit for L.A. because it had Snake or some of the characters in it.
The Gregory Hines movie Tap.
Yeah, I mean, the dude, he's not a joke.
Well, okay, but he's the writer and he directed this fucking thing.
The Last Starfighter, he directed that. You believe that?
I
just told you?
Yes. The writer of this movie has made nothing good.
This movie, first off, I mean, I get it's his real hair, Anton Yelchin. He's like 10 in this? 13? No, he's
13. What? No, he's like 10. 10 makes more sense.
9, 10, something like that.
Yeah.
He looks like he's playing a child version of Weird Al Yankovic. What's the actress's name? Bridget. Bridget Fonda.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her hair, and I'm looking at the boyfriend's hair, and the boyfriend's like
Campbell Scott. I'm a huge Campbell Scott fan. I would do Campbell Scott on this podcast.
You would do him, wouldn't you?
I really liked Roger Dodger when I saw that.
So the movie opens up.
We didn't do our synopses. A guardian angel has 24 hours to convince a soul that life on Earth is worth the effort.
You have bleach on your socks?
I do a lot of cleaning with bleach.
Yeah.
Because on my socks.
So the movie opens, and we're just in some sort of like a boarding school or orphanage. Really? Man, I have some real logistical questions for this film. Right? So it opens up, it's almost sepia toned or something.
Uh-huh.
And there's just kids in this orphanage, I guess is what it feels more like. But they're all wearing sort of uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
And the slightly older kids are running it.
Yeah. Which is kind of your first clue that this is a little strange.
Yeah. And so the idea is that, I guess I don't understand the idea. Are they teaching them shit?
I think they're just waiting, because why would you teach them? They don't retain the memories.
They're playing, one kid's playing cards. He's doing tarot reading with a deck of cards.
Yeah, how long have
tarot cards?
I don't know how long they've been there, waiting to be born.
And
that's what it is.
They're waiting to be born, but they're the 10-year-old versions of what they're going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't age.
Because why would that be? Why are these souls the 10-year-old version of who they're going to be?
It doesn't make sense.
And not only that, but then the mom, she spent so much time with this boy on that night, and it's a pivotal point in her life. When her kid gets to be that age, she's going to be like, "You're that boy."
Well, will he look like that?
Why does he look like
your point.
this?
He doesn't look like either of them.
Then why does he look like this?
I don't know.
Why is there what do they call that? A corporeal body?
Oh,
Jason?
Why are they not just a cloud of nothing?
I mean, they have to be something for this movie, I guess.
Didn't you say this is the plot of Soul? Did somebody say
I've never seen
Soul,
and I would never have said that.
Somebody said this is the plot of Soul.
This podcast is over.
Oh, fuck.
So, logic and sense aside, they're in this place. All the kids are called to line up.
It's creepy. It's like a murder room. Like they're all hanging out by this door.
And why are they all doing that? Why isn't it just the one that's ready to go?
Well, because I think they go one by one. I think
so. They're just in this place, and then when 100 kids need to be born.
I mean, it makes no sense because considering how many children are born every minute, I mean, is there several dormitories all around this universe that they're in?
I mean, it's stupid to think about, but
there should be like 6,000 kids in there for.
And it should literally just be like paging Susie Essman. And then I was watching
Kirk?
Yeah, I was watching the Norm Macdonald roast of Bob Saget
Okay.
and he does a bit about her, which is pretty funny.
Okay.
She's a vegetarian.
But she's still full of baloney in my book.
I think he's going to go dirty, and he's like, nope.
No, he's a super fucking huckster on that one. So, yeah, they all line up, and there's a big door, and...
the glowing door, the white lights beyond the door.
Yep. And the way it works is because we are creatures of free will. Once the door is open, you have to walk through it and grab this hand. Apparently, the doctor's just elbow deep in earth now.
Hand makes no sense. Unless it's an in-between hand. It's God's hand pulling you towards the doctor.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get born.
It should be grabbing him by the head if it's the doctor.
Right.
Grab him by the head, pull him through.
And I guess immediately, is he just scared immediately? That's why he doesn't want to go?
I guess.
He doesn't know what to expect. He just doesn't want to go. Log jams the assembly line. If he doesn't go, they can't jump order or just send out some other kid to this family.
So there is no free will. It makes no sense. How could it work?
Well, and it's like...
It's the end of humanity. It's children of men.
Even though he is specifically called upon to go to this vessel to be born as Anton Yelchin, does the dad's semen and the mother's egg create his soul? Or is it just a soul on back order?
I think it's a soul on back order being inserted into the...
So then why can't they just go instead? Yeah. Just throw that Asian kid in there.
I mean, I guess that would be the Christian angle, right? It's all got to go according to God's plan or else it's...
Right. So the mother and the father don't matter. God's pre-made this soul for you. You wanted a coupe, I'm giving you an SUV. So that's where it's just a weird, it's not to be thought of or deeply contemplated or picked apart. Doesn't matter. But at the same time, it opens itself up to these questions because it's a lame movie. And
yeah, I think this is probably the best part of the movie is when you're fresh in that weird land and you discover the door and it's a little bit strange.
It's interesting because like John Cho was in it.
Yep. Alison Lohman.
Yeah. The main boss boy.
The kid, he's from,
he's around. He's been around.
He's from The Parenthood.
He's Keanu Reeves.
The both of you have hit a new low.
I wanted to rewatch that movie because Joaquin Phoenix is in that too.
And so is Stephen Martin and what's her name from
Martha Plimpton?
Bill Plimpton's daughter.
Is he? Is she?
I don't know. It's a weird name. What? You know Bill Plimpton?
The cartoonist?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be something if that was his daughter?
Keith Carradine.
Martha
Plimpton?
Yeah. So he's like, I'm not going, and he runs away like a little bitch.
Yep. That's a problem.
It is. And they're like,
God calls them.
We can't deliver any more babies because this idiot's got to go. They call a round table, and John Cho's there. Is it John Cho?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny because he would then go on to be in Star Trek with Anton Yelchin.
He looks very young, Cho.
He does, but he's got to be at least 5 years on Anton.
Oh, probably.
17.
I think Harold and Kumar must come out in 2004.
This is from
2001.
Okay.
And then Lohman
predates 9/11.
She gets Dragged Me to Hell in 2009, which is what I feel like I know her from the most.
Yeah, I know the name more than the performances for some reason. So they're like, yeah, the big man. I never
show him, you never hear him.
Explicitly say anything.
People talk to him on the phone.
They're like, we need to have an angel escort this boy down there.
To take a little look-see.
We've only done this
from an angel, right?
No.
Stay away from the terminology.
I think they say, yeah, chaperone.
We sent him with a guardian.
We've only done this once before, they said, where we sent a soul down to check shit out, kick the tires. We're going to do it this time. And we got the perfect guy. And he's in hell.
No, he's not in hell.
Isn't he?
He's in the in-between.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's not bad enough to go to hell, not good.
Albert Finney?
Yeah,
I thought he came up from downstairs because they were like, later, like, you know where you're going.
No, they specifically said he's not in hell. He wasn't like...
You'd think he would be.
He's a fucking piece of shit in this movie.
So we meet him, and, they're like, hey, you're going to help this boy. And he's like, what am I going to get out of
it? Fucking sloppy jaw.
That's the jaundice. And then he's like, I want to live again.
This is absolutely ridiculous. The man is dead. He can't just go gallivanting around.
I'll be cool.
And they're like, the phone rings. The boys. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's right here. Nice to live again. All right. He agreed to it. If you can get him to say 5 words.
I want to be born.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, word. And throughout this, we see pregnant Bridget Fonda. I keep wanting to say Jane Fonda.
No.
Is that her mother?
I think so.
And Peter Fonda?
Oh, shit. Well, I think
She's the daughter of Peter, but not.
that sounds right, yeah, because Jane would be your sister.
Aunt.
Yes, Peter and Jane had a daughter.
They had Jane, yeah.
She's an incest baby, and she is incredibly good looking. One
She's
of the
good
most beautiful women I've ever seen.
The role is thankless, but she's good at it.
Yeah. Why did she choose this? I don't understand how anybody ended up
have
in
to
this movie.
assume.
How much money did they have for this thing?
Well, not much.
Yeah.
Whatever was there probably went to. Maybe she's Christian. She did Jackie Brown, and she's like, I can't.
You say this is a Christian movie, but there are so many things in this that it would never fly with the Christian movie audience.
Well, and that review
The
that
whoring
did you
and the
read that,
fucking,
that
it's-
review that I sent you?
I think you quoted it to me or something.
I sent it to you. Also,
I read it.
It's a religious website that lets you know if these movies are safe, and it's like they're on board with it, except for the fact that Albert Finney walked out on his family. Is he going down on that woman later in the limo?
I think so.
It seems like that, right?
No, this
And there's Christian of some sort too. It almost feels like it was meant to be, and maybe it got the finances through that. But then, like, Nick Castle was like,
I feel like it's just an idea somebody had. I don't think it
I don't
necessarily has an agenda.
maybe. I mean, it's very optimistic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Hallmark money.
Hallmark did put it.
I looked into the company that financed it and everything, and there's
Sure.
no indication that
Is it
something silly like that. Yeah, there's no indication that because the Nick Castle didn't write this.
No.
The writer wrote like 3 other things.
Noelle,
Yes.
which is the only one that has anybody in it that I've ever seen, and then something else that came out a while later that I've never.
And they're all feel good family Christian movies like this one.
Are they?
Christmas movies are religious, dude.
I mean, this is the big problem. The guy who wrote these other movies is now directing something written by somebody who sucks.
Yeah. And the guy, yeah, right. He's probably friends with James Cameron. No, or not. What's his name? Cameron Kirk.
Kirk Cameron?
Kirk Cameron. We got there. So we see her pregnant. She's got a boyfriend who rides a motorcycle. They seem to have a pretty good life.
Their loft is ridiculous.
It's
They seem
insane.
like they're quite rich, even though they make it seem like they're not.
So we see their life because she's pregnant with Anton Yelchin.
But they do act like they're going broke, right? She quits her job, doesn't she? She flips out on them, and it's a big deal if they lose that money.
She's on maternity leave. We find that later. She quits her job in the hospital. She's all freaked out because they gave a project to somebody else. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm coming back. You fucking bitch. I don't think she says the F and the B word, but maybe the B word.
Two-faced, backstabbing, double-crossing, dishonest, reneging, lie about your age, bitch!
We're all
I don't
remember.
know.
Been a couple weeks.
He rides motorcycles. I forget what he does. Is he an artist?
That loft is like something a millionaire would have.
You would think, especially if this,
Multi-millionaire.
because there's a boardwalk later, but it kind of feels like maybe it's Jersey. It's not like an elaborate boardwalk.
Like he brings them to Atlantic City.
Oh, that's where it is. That they go to Atlantic City.
Because he's the worst guardian angel on the planet.
Yeah.
And then he drags this kid to things that he wants to do now.
Well, so effectively the movie is about the kid and Albert Finney. The mom and shit is there, and it of course circles. I saw that coming a mile away. I mean, how would you not?
Yeah.
Right. There is a little turmoil where she's having problems because her father left her and her mother. She was a kid, and she's afraid to commit. And she assumes that her man, John Campbell, what is his name?
Campbell Scott.
Campbell Scott.
Man.
That he's just going to leave her. And he's like, I'm not your dad. The house floods for some reason at one point.
They left the water running when they went to go see Keith Gordon at the doctor's.
Right. And Keith Gordon, man, he's in 2 scenes.
Yeah.
As the doctor.
Hi, everybody. How we doing? Forgive my gum, but I just quit smoking this week, and it's been 5 days, 3 hours, and 27 minutes.
Good job.
Well, thank you.
And he's great.
He's fun.
He's super good. He's even like when she's like going into labor, but then doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not like condescending, or he's like, I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but we'll keep you overnight or whatever.
She goes into labor. She's about to have the baby, but then
And that's when
runs backwards from the door and does not come out her vagina.
Right. We're a little all over the place on this one. She's trying to have the baby. And then there's a kind of an interesting subplot where on the news, they're like, no babies are being born.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's interesting. I like what, can we watch that?
Yeah.
What's going on there? All over the world. Right.
Anton Yelchin's not going out
For
the door.
like a 24-hour period.
That's what's going on there.
Exactly. So Albert Finney takes him to Earth, and immediately he's sensory overload. because they come out in like New York
Yeah, it's a pretty bad spot to bring them.
on like 32nd Street. It's like cars and all sorts of shit.
Are you feeling the weight? That's called gravity. You flesh your blood now. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
And so he takes him to get ice cream.
And he's super into the ice cream.
He is. He's pooping and peeing,
Yeah.
which is interesting because whose body is he in?
Oh, you got some good points here, man.
Because he's real.
Yeah.
Albert Finney's in his body.
Yeah.
So he must be in the body of the boy he's eventually going to be.
Yeah. Well, fuck, I don't know. I mean, I just assume that their spirit forms just
got a loner.
become whole. No, it's not like Wonder Woman.
He's got a body on the rack. They pull him off. And
I think once you walk through the door, you just become a flesh and blood.
what if he died?
Be a problem.
Wouldn't it?
So where's okay? So they get ice cream.
Yep.
They go poop.
Pooping. I mean,
They like maybe go to the toy store.
do a lot. Right.
No, he keeps.
He takes him to a museum.
Yeah,
He freaks out.
The museum's full of bad art that makes you feel bad.
And
Oh, look,
it's
man,
clearly
you need a man.
not like a reputable big museum. It's
No.
like a room. It's probably the room from
Dress to Kill.
Just to Kill.
go.
I was thinking Body Thief.
You're making a body dump. But yeah, and then Albert Finney keeps like dipping out.
He-
Like he abandons the kid here and there.
The kid's pooping.
He's
He's
make phone calls.
calling broads.
He's trying to find women to fuck.
Basically.
Gina?
Yes?
Hey, baby. It's Elmore Doll. I'm back in town.
Elmore, I'm married now.
See, you're breaking up.
Basically, very specifically.
Yes.
He's
Basically.
he's looking for puss.
That is the basic gist.
Yeah. He's such a
Because
piece
I think he's hedging his bets, right? He's like, this kid doesn't want to do this. There's a pretty good chance I'm not going to get him to do it, but I'm real right now.
Man, I really hate him because it's not about him. It's
And-
about this kid.
And really, how difficult could it be?
I mean, put yourself in that kid's position.
Yeah.
And fucking have some fun.
Right.
Go on some rides.
But like also like,
Food,
nature. Show him like
zoo.
Go to a park where a mother's having a good interaction with her child.
Meet some other kids.
Easy to do shit.
Yeah.
You gotta knock this out in a fucking afternoon and then do your whatever.
But he's just like, all right, I'm back on Earth. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I want to gamble. I want to party. But most importantly, pussy.
And so he runs into a lady.
Are we talking about the lady?
The blonde lady.
Man, dude.
I know her from things.
Bro, she's so hot. I know she's like 55 or 60 in this.
Yeah.
She is so hot. She's from Clue. I think she's the hot lady from Clue.
Exactly.
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth. I congratulate you.
My God.
Good eye, Gordo.
Hair?
Miss Scarlet?
Maybe. I looked up her IMDb because I was like, I know this lady.
Yeah.
And she, yeah.
And she's a nice lady.
Mm-hmm. She is really nice.
You can't fault her for not wanting to watch Anton when they're in Atlantic City.
Yeah, they
Because
just
he
all
dumps him on her.
Yeah.
And that's clearly not what she's in the business of.
No, she wants to fuck this old guy.
She seems to be
Disgusting.
pretty high end. She's got a limo.
Yeah.
She's got a flock of gals.
She's got
with her.
divorced.
Yeah. So she recognizes him on the phone because the whole time he's doing this, the kids from heaven or wherever,
Well, I mean,
Boy Factory,
actually, I like that.
you know, they keep calling him because they're watching him and able to influence the world around him.
Slightly. I mean, just signs and phone calls.
But
And we have not told you
this isn't
door
the
is
mysterious
closing.
ways kind of shit.
The door.
Yeah, if he
main
doesn't
door is
get the
closing.
boy to do it in by midnight,
like 4 more hours in
Gremlin
this movie.
shit,
It closes and no more babies will be born ever again.
and I guess humanity's fucked. And then it becomes children of men.
Yeah, except for there won't be a random baby.
Right, a random CGI baby.
So Anton, he does not like the museum.
Nope.
He does not want to be born.
He's a little brat.
I mean, yes, but it seems fitting for a kid that age.
I guess.
But yes, it's
What
pretty
age?
flawed.
What age, Gordo?
9, I don't know.
I mean, he's not real.
So his what turns out to be his grandpa, his dead grandpa,
Yeah, in the whole movie,
abandons him.
he keeps talking about abandonment. He doesn't tell the kid. They go to Atlantic City because they want to gamble, but he wants to bang this chick.
He wants to bang her in a suite.
And at this point, he's just taking Anton. So Anton's like, where are you on the street when he meets the woman?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to knock on the limo window. And it rolls down and you just see her leaning back in the back of the limo with a champagne glass.
Mm-hmm.
A little flighty. Where is he?
I'll see if he's available. Oh, 1 second.
And then she rolls out the window, and then it rolls back down. And now Albert Finney he's got his hands bracing himself, facing her in the back seat, as if he just came up from going down on her.
Yep.
I'm assuming.
The head up the skirt.
And he's drunk.
Her power skirt.
Also.
Power suit.
Immediately drunk.
Yeah, he's wasted.
I guess it's been a while. And his body's probably pristine. In an Albert Finney way.
He's not a zombie, yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, he's a corpse, effectively, brought back to life. He is a zombie.
But it's not the original body, you know? It's not like it...
They made a new Albert Finney?
I'm telling you, they walk through the door, their spectral form becomes a solid meat pile.
But he looks exactly like he does?
Yeah, because that's what he looks like in the afterlife, I guess.
I guess, man.
It's like, it's a high-concept film.
Yeah.
That is not entertaining and is dumb.
And there's a little bit of a fight between Bridget Fonda and Campbell Scott.
Yeah, what do they get angry over?
Today you want to buy a house, and tomorrow what? I mean, are you even going to be around?
I'm not your father, Elizabeth.
I never said that you were.
Yes, you did. You do. All the time.
Don't patronize me.
Then don't be so ridiculous.
He's like, I'm going to go out. I got to do something.
I got to get on my motorcycle for an hour or two.
He's got to deliver something to someone. His brother or something.
I got to go feed Peter's cat.
And his motorcycle's in the house.
Yeah.
He wheels it to the door.
And then Gary Farmer comes over.
Yeah, Gary Farmer comes over. And God bless him.
I like Gary Farmer. The last thing I've seen him in recently is he's in Reservation Dogs.
Okay, the most recent thing I saw him in last.
Yeah.
Okay, because the last thing I saw him in was The West Wing.
Are you aware of Reservation Dogs?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's very good.
I hear that.
It's quite funny and very touching and original.
I'm in a weird place right now where I was like all in on shows and poo-pooing movies.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm kind of back into movies and a little on the fence about starting a show.
That's fair.
Although I have been watching The Old Man.
I've only seen the first episode.
I thought it was going to be a Liam Neeson old man kung fu movie type show.
Yeah.
And there is an element of that, but it's really not that.
Gary Farmer in it?
I don't think so. Should be.
Oh, Gary Farmer, he looks the same as he does in Reservation Dogs, pretty much.
I mean, he looks the same as he does now that he did
in the West
Dead Man.
Oh.
And West Wing.
Sure.
Just grayer, really. Guy's fucking aged gracefully.
He's pretty fucking funny as one of the kids' uncles in Reservation Dogs. So he's in it. I don't know. He's charming. He doesn't really do a lot.
He comes over because they have a fight and she thinks dude's never coming back.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't that bad of a fight. So Gary Farmer comes over to do something and they start playing cards. And he's like, you're pretty good at this. You're lucky.
My dad was a card shark.
Uh-huh. Do they say card shark or card sharp?
What?
I know the term is card shark, but I've heard card sharp.
Oh, I didn't even know they said that in the movie.
They don't. I'm just asking in general. You seem like a card sharp guy. I don't know.
Yeah, you seem like you're card sharp.
He's like, you should gamble in Atlantic City. She's like, I should. And he's like, I'm.
Oh, because she's crushing it. Why does she have luck right now?
Because Anton Yelchin knows how to do tarot using playing cards?
So, back in Atlantic...
Is that a thing? Should he have tarot cards and not playing cards?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Why would you have tarot cards in heaven?
He's using playing cards like they're tarot cards.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, shouldn't he be using tarot cards and not... Do you do tarot using bicycle deck playing cards?
Maybe.
I've never heard of this.
Ah, you've drawn the Fool.
I've never heard of this.
You're going to die.
Because he's like, oh, 8 of spades. That means this. Like, what? So, yeah. So it's all starting to converge. Albert Finney's
He's in a suite trying to plow the lady.
Yeah,
because he's taking a bath when he's got like an hour left on Earth.
Well, right before that, as they're getting ready to go get lucky, he goes, hey, watch this boy. I'm going to make a phone call. And she's like, you're okay, right? If I just go? And he's like, whatever, lady. And then he wanders off, and Albert Finney comes back. Like, where is he?
She's playing the slots, right? Like she couldn't hang out with him for 2 minutes. She had to go play slots.
And she wins the jackpot, I guess, because of the boy's lucky. So they're like, well, fuck it, let's just go bang.
Mm-hmm.
And they go up to the room, and she's like, well, I want a bubble bath.
He's like,
all right, but don't make it a production.
And I hadn't taken my Viagra. I made that.
He doesn't say that. Yeah.
No, but he's old.
He would die if he took Viagra.
You think he's getting an erection?
No.
Maybe, because it's been so long.
Oh, there you go.
And he's Steve Albert Finney meat bag.
Prostate's not all fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
He's gonna be doing some butt stuff.
Shit.
Nipples are cut in glass. So Anton Yelchin's just out, poo-pooing. Homegirl's there trying to win money. She fucking busts immediately. Albert Finney's in the hotel room and the phone's just ringing and ringing.
Yeah, plugs it.
He calls the front desk and he's like, stop all the calls. Stop all the calls.
Contact me.
They're like, is this Richard Nixon?
This just makes me proud to be an American.
And he takes it off the cradle just in case. And they're sending him information through the news, Chiron. I mean, they're
Chiron. Thank you. I like that.
Pretty savvy.
I learned the word Chiron about 10 years ago.
I learned it probably more recently than that, but I've been using it left and right now.
Yes, apparently you use it an average of 200 to 300 times daily.
And so she runs into Anton on the boardwalk because she's just weeping.
She's weeping by herself. Things aren't going so well. He goes over there to comfort her.
And he's like, what are you doing?
Fucking sweet boy.
Is this where you wept?
What did I cry? I was actually thinking about this.
Yeah, because you're like, I wept twice. And I was like, oh.
No. I almost, like, I was tearing up.
Yeah.
It wasn't an actual cry.
I was tearing up because my eyes were dry and they were rolling so hard. Friction burst into flames and the sprinkler system in my brain turned on. This movie is whack. So he's like, baby, why are you crying? She's like, well, first he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm crying. And he's like, oh, why? And she's
recalling
her fight a little bit. I mean, he's a child, so she's not going into specifics, but she's like, life is just not working for me. And the boy factory board are losing their shit because they're like, I mean, we're running out of fucking time here. And at this point, I think they actually get Albert Finney on the phone and now they're like giving him pointers on what to try, a last ditch Hail Mary, and also trying to like give him a pep talk to strengthen his resolve so that he believes he can actually deliver on this promise.
Whose stupid idea was that anyhow?
His.
His? Who is?
His.
His?
He bails on the chick in the bathtub and he goes down to look for the boy and he finds his way to the boardwalk where they're sharing ice cream. And she's starting to come around. She's starting to pep up and he's starting to come around too. And so Campbell Scott, he rolled up on his hog because he knows that she's there and he's calling, baby, where you at? And she comes out to meet him. I think at this point, Anton Yelchin realizes that he's going to be his mother. And he runs into Albert Finney, who sees her and realizes she's his daughter. And Anton Yelchin is his grandchild. He's like, I want to be born. And he's like, where did you born? And he's,
that's good.
I want to be born. He's like, cha-ching. Now get in that door that just opened so I can go back out to bang on Darla. That's a reference to The Crow. Should we talk about The Crow?
No, you're cruising right along.
For some reason, as the woman comes out, as Bridget Fonda comes out of the restaurant, she collapses. She's having abdominal pain. It's possibly indigestion.
I mean, I think it
possibly constipation.
I think it's the death of the baby.
It is.
Yeah.
I guess. So he doubles
babies
over.
And all the bellies are going to die.
He doubles over. It's going to be a huge mess.
Yeah.
He doubles over right before he can go into the door. I guess because the fetus is dying.
I don't know.
Him?
I mean, it doesn't actually make sense because having to be in that belly for an extra day would not kill the fucking baby.
It wouldn't, but if he isn't the corporeal version, I hope I'm saying that right.
Corporeal.
If not, I'm sure we'll hear about it.
Oh yeah? Well, listeners?
Yeah. If he isn't the corporeal version of who he's going to be at that age, why is he affected by whatever she's going?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
it just seems like a cheap writer's
it doesn't make any sense.
Excuse.
So you could say you only have until the door closes and then these temporary bodies die.
Mm-hmm.
The horrible truth, perhaps, is that if the baby door shuts, all of those souls die in the heaven that they're in. Like, it's all these things are possible.
Board members just go around and murder them.
They just all collapse and then turn to nothing.
I guess. I mean, if they're not real people, they're just souls. I mean, you think they just...
I mean, wouldn't that be the realest thing that there was? A soul?
Yeah, but you think they'd just kick around there. then, since they don't need
the movie
eat
makes
or
no sense. It's
anything.
very stupid. I think I started crying when they spent time together on that bench.
Yes, I mean, it's
almost crying.
I can see why you would.
I'm a tender soul.
I don't have kids, so
no, it's not even that. I got real tender. I was able to track it down to my freshman year of college when a girl broke up with me, and everything started hitting me harder.
Sure.
And man, even Modern Family was making me cry 10 years ago before I said, well, yeah.
Wow.
When people are tender and sweet to each other, I start crying.
I'm both jaded and cynical, but I think I'm also cut from the broken mold of people like Chuck Norris, like men.
Yeah.
So I just push it down to the point now I'm just dead.
Yeah, you have mentioned this before.
That shit just, whatever. I'm more annoyed by it. Mainly, I think also because I can see the strings behind the sounds that are being pulled initially.
This Is Us won't work on you.
It's unfortunate that I'm unable to, very rarely am I able to get absorbed in a movie.
On an emotional level?
On an emotional level, for one, yeah.
Because, man, you get sucked into those action movies real good.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, fuck them up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude. You gotta let the guys cry it out.
No. It was weird. It was like a weird swelling. I just didn't go over the edge.
Yeah.
I was like, I almost had a moment where I was like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
And then I was like, God. So it's unclear because Albert Finney also isn't experiencing any pain if his bodies are dying. And not only that, he realizes that God is a jerk. He tricked him.
Like how? What do you mean?
Because he knew that Albert Finney would be the only one who could, because he got the boy to do it. So he's alive now. Yeah. He's upheld his end of the bargain but he is the only one in the vicinity who was able to get that boy through the door. And once he goes through that door, he can't come back. I would have just kicked him through.
It's Field of Dreams.
In fact, I would have picked him up.
Because the waiting room's so good. He's got to get all the way through the other door.
He's going to get him to the door.
Those fucking losers in the waiting room are
those old fucking dick holes.
Those people.
Angels?
Are they people that are in comas that are going to die soon?
Oh, maybe. That's another thing about that religious website. They were like, they talk about limbo, and we don't cater to that. There's no in between.
This is not this is
it's not. It's not schmaltzy and very heavy-handed and very optimistic.
Cameron would spit on this movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Kevin Sorbo
in his ass.
Yeah, yeah, you think so?
He would.
The old Kirky try. I remember Kirk Cameron was cool for a little bit.
Wasn't he though?
He really was.
He was the original Joey Lawrence.
God, when DiCaprio was on there?
Yeah,
it was DiCaprio and Cameron. It's like, man.
You look at that.
Cool. I like these.
At the time, you were like, that DiCaprio kid, he ain't going to be shit.
Oh, really?
Kirk Cameron's going to be the fucking... I think that's what you'd be like.
Nah, man. When DiCaprio was on there, I think we were all like, who's this guy? I like this guy. He's homeless? It's the homeless guy that lives in the janitor's visit at the school?
I'm going to ask them. Okay. I want to ask this kid, what's eating Gilbert Grape?
No.
Remember that movie?
Gilbert.
So the kid's... Yeah, he picks him. He's like, fuck you guys.
I've been scammed.
You cocksucker. And he scoops up Anton, and before he goes through the door, Bridget Fonda sees him.
Yeah, from like a block away.
She's like, Albert Finney?
And she had already thought she saw him in the beginning of the movie. She's like, she thought she saw her dad, right? She mentions that.
She mentioned that, but I don't think that was actually a part of the movie, right? She didn't ever see him, did she?
No. She thought she...
So to explain it away later, because the husband's just going to be like, you're an idiot, babe. You always see him. Am I your dad? So, yeah, they share a brief moment. Clearly she's out of it.
Do they? Like, I mean, they look at each other.
Doesn't he tip his hat?
I don't know. I was the worst father. I'm already the worst grandfather based on everything I've done.
Yeah. I got to go hang out with Tellis Savali. So, yeah. He scoops up Anton and he rushes him in, and everybody's like, go, Albert Finney, go! And they throw Gatorade at him like he's at a marathon. And it's weird, he even like slides up to the door on his knees and just shuffleboards the boy through in the very last moment. And then he's born.
Yep.
And then the news is like, thousands of babies are suddenly born.
Instantly. They're all just exploded out of the vaginas all around the world.
Like you'd think...
Explosion.
You'd think it would take a couple of days before there was a concentrated news story that no babies are being born. You'd think like it'd be like Keith Gordon and other doctors the next day would be like, God, none of these That's kind of odd.
Yeah, it wouldn't be instantaneous.
And it's pre 9/11, so it's not like
this information has to stack because everybody's gonna be like, "This is weird."
Like nowadays, you see an article and they're like, "Everybody's upset about this thing," and then you read the article and it's like they just got like 5 random tweets of people that are upset. And you're like, everybody, really?
Fake news,
just like lazy news. What have we come to where you can just your news story is just taking tweets and lining them up and saying this guy said this.
I mean, that's
and then like the body of the article includes what I'm gonna read in the tweet quoted.
I mean, there's a huge problem with it being a 24-hour news cycle world and the short attention spans of everybody that pays attention to the
and everybody's trying to
dopamine
add money.
Yeah,
and a lot of some of these now are like algorithms. They're not even like a guy wrote this. They're just
an AI thing.
Yeah. And there's typos at the wazoo. I can't. We gotta do something, Jason.
I don't it's only gonna get worse. I don't know what to tell you, man.
You know what? Milo probably shouldn't have.
No, Milo. Hey, Milo.
Ended this whole fucking charade.
I'm coming to you from the 2020s. It's bad.
And I actively said charade. I normally say charade, but in there
charade works.
Protect
charade smells. Yeah.
Yeah. The Campbell soup.
Campbell Scott.
Yeah.
Salty.
So then, yeah, he's born. I don't even think we see Keith at this point, though.
No, I thought maybe we'd see him again at the end. But
you're right. We see him once, and he's great. And then we see him briefly again later when he's like...
I mean, I don't think you're going to be having this baby today. Braxton Hicks strikes again.
And I only took one note for this movie. And even now, I'm not quite sure why I wrote this. But it says, Keith Gordon goes out much like he came in. We barely knew thee.
Charming would be what I would say if you're like, goes out the way...
Yeah, because he was in... Jaws was the first one, right?
Yeah. I actually didn't really like Jaws.
But I mean, it's like a brief role.
Yeah.
I think he's very charismatic. Both in that and this. Yeah. It wasn't the best role in either.
Man,
Jaws 2 is a much better movie. Christ.
This movie sucks, but I thought he was great in it. I thought this is really great late period. Yeah. I really like Keith Gordon in this. I thought he really popped. It was like that weird moment in I Love Trouble where like, oh yeah, he's in it for 10 seconds.
You know
I like him and I don't know.
It's odd because you know what this felt like? This felt like a cameo role.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, it's Keith Gordon kind of a role. Where he's just breezing in, doing his thing, and leaving, like an Anthony Edwards or something.
Okay,
kind of a role, or like a David Schwimmer kind of a role. But he didn't really have that heat, or familiarity, especially for this type of a movie.
Man, I really keep going back and forth on like interviews. So many questions.
I just want to hang out with him. I think I don't know anything about him.
How much?
I just want to hang out with him
for like an hour.
You think he ever does like auctions where you can?
No.
We don't have any money anyways.
We're going to fly out there?
Yeah. Let's just find out where he lives.
No.
Let's make this into a whole new podcast.
Listen.
Doc and Keith.
Jenny, Jules and I are, I need $800.
Where do you think he lives?
We're going to fly there. I'm sure he's in California.
You think so? He doesn't live in like Nebraska or anything?
No.
On a farm.
What? No, man, I don't think so.
You think he has kids?
I think he does not.
Yeah, he is married, right?
He is married.
Is he married?
He's been married for quite a while, yeah.
Tiffany Thiessen?
Have you been looking up? Are we talking about Keith Gordon? Are we talking about KG?
Yeah. I'd never bothered to look to see if he had a spouse.
His wife's name is like Rachel Griffith, but it's not the lady from 6 Feet Under. It's the different lady.
I don't know who that is. I never watched that show either.
To our scores on Delivering Milo. Can I
please go.
Rate it first?
Please go.
Okay. I'm going to give Delivering Milo a 4 for a movie.
Okay.
I don't think it's good. I think it's kind of high concept a bit. That doesn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate Albert Finney's character. I think he's such a piece of shit. He gets into heaven at the end. At the end, they're like, "Hey, you're gonna go to heaven."
That's right.
Limbo.
That's right.
But he's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He did not earn heaven.
He doesn't.
I mean, everybody should just go to heaven. I think heaven's a nonsense concept, but I think everybody should just go there.
I mean, I kind of honestly thought they were gonna get them together, and he was gonna
apologize to his daughter
and make amends.
I wanted to see that.
I mean,
I had hoped that would happen. There was a real letdown that didn't happen.
It was. I thought, oh, this is what they're building towards. And she's going to be like, not remember it or wake up like, oh, I was dreaming.
Even if I would like Anton to like be like, I'm your child.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
In fact, don't even give birth. I'm already here.
Oh.
Shit that out and keep me.
Yeah, I don't like this movie. 4.
4?
What's your rating?
What do you give Keith?
Dude, I'm going to give fucking loose ass Keith a fucking 8.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot in this.
I do too.
Of all things, it made me wish we had more Keith in this world.
Yeah, I'll give Keith an eighth. An eighth?
You can say eighth weed?
Probably not. I'll give Keith an 8, and I'll give the movie a 10. I almost slid that right in there.
Oh, his gears turning, right? Wait a minute, what'd he say?
Yeah, 4.
4.
I mean, so pretty throwaway.
It wasn't a fucking Monument Avenue piece of shit.
No, it wasn't even like a Field of Dreams.
It wasn't. It's a real...
Which is like a feel-good,
yeah,
inspirational movie, but a good one.
That might be watching that someday soon.
Are we doing the cast, Casey?
Do you really not know?
Is he in?
Know?
Oh.
Who's in Field of Dreams?
Of course, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Have you done the reveal video yet?
No.
We didn't pick the name.
We
just give it.
I think we'll do the video.
We take off our shirts.
Shit. Yeah.
Yay.
Check us out.
So, yeah.
We can reveal it now. Hey, my name's Jason.
My name is Jules.
And we're going to do Ray Liotta.
Next.
Yeah.
Big time.
You know what? Normally we draw from a hat.
Mm-hmm.
We fucking didn't.
No.
Jules suggested Ray Liotta, right?
I mean, obviously the news hit us.
Yeah. A week after he died, we're like, let's do Liotta next. Because, I mean, I think we want to watch his movies. So, we do filmographies on Twitter. We do filmographies
on the gram.
Instagram.
They call it the gram now.
The gram. Yeah. Gram. Give me a gram of that cocaine.
You're listening to us. You're watching us too. You're listening to us now. So, whatever you found us on, we're on other things too.
Yeah.
In case you want to listen to each episode 5 or 6 times.
Would you like to do that?
And then rate each time as high as...
Six listens on the first episode, right?
What you could do is get a player and an app from everywhere that were available, and then press play on all of them at the same time.
Ooh, wall of sound?
So you'll only be listening to it once.
But we get 6 plays?
Yeah.
I gotta pee sweat.
You gotta pee. All right. He's been Jason. I've been Jules. Good night, folks. We Doing Filmographies is proud to be a part of the Now Playing Network. Find other great podcasts at nowplayingnetwork.net, like Tracks of the Damned, where host Patrick Ripley goes full commentary mode on a bucket of horror movies. Tracks of the Damned at nowplayingnetwork.net.